Second half action resumes, and we're on the way. BAA going from right to left, going from left to right rather, and Dandytown going from right to left during the second half. As we see early exchanges, the first half, some very intense moments. We had one ball come off the crossbar, but so far 0-0 is the score. As these two teams continue their battle for this championship. That's a good opportunity for Dandy Stars,
but the goalkeeper trot is very, very focused in there.
And just see a player take a spill. We never like to see any of the players down.
I was just asked a question from a cousin of mine, Miss Garita Coddington, who's the principal at Francis Patton. Her son was Remy Coddington that played in the game before. She was just asking why did you think he was a bit flat for his usual intensity? And what we have to start to understand about these kids, pressure absorbs energy. So when we know that there is pressure, it comes down to what we feed them, what we tell them, to give them that energy, because once the energy is going out of the body, they're not going to be able to perform at that level. So this is the other part about what our learning curve has got to be done about our nutritional habits, our sleep habits to deal with pressure, because these kids are under pressure. And there's no way we can avoid that. The kids being under pressure here, there's no way of avoiding it. They feel it, So how do we train them to deal with it?
There's something called sports science, and you really jumped in head first right into the crux of the matter, because it's more than kicking a ball, it's more than running on the field.
It's way more than that.
And all of these elements that each of us in society have an effect on, it ultimately ends to the final result.
And that's, I say all that to encourage the coaches, the parents and things, is to get into the understanding of that, so we can better serve the kids, as they develop, because that's very, very important. We're at the beginning stages of our development in Bermuda, as far as we just recognize talent or technical skills, but there's so much more that goes into developing this person than his skill set, his technical skills.
Well said. This one is taken and sent back out of bounds by Keelan Otterbridge Richardson. Keelan doing good defensive works there. And Kieran Bean.
And there's that number 7 again. Look at his touch. Look at his touch. Look at his understanding. And what immediately happens with that number 7, he commands respect because of his touch.
He does.
They're not going to rush in.
No. His control of the ball is leaves a lot to admire. Really good first touch, and just the ball seems to always either be coming to his foot or staying on his foot. And
it's like glue. And that's what you call world class. There's nobody taught him that.
Exactly.
It's genetics, it's his mobile skills.
Ooh, good keeper in from a long range shot. Jay Johnson having a try. That's the captain. He's down earlier, but Jay got up. He doesn't want to leave his soldiers out on the field without him.
No, I didn't.
Work ethic.
I didn't think that BA captain was going to lead the field. He was going to sock up that little bit of pain.
Zeno working hard there, just not supported by one of his teammates who he could have maybe got an outlet pass at that moment. But this is what it is, the second half. Will we see another penalty shootout?
Oh, I hope not. Although they're very exciting. I'd like to see the kids be able to win the game on the field here.
And that is a obvious handball, unless, of course, we're playing basketball.
And look at the difference at this under 8. You don't see the negative body language to calls. You don't see none of those things. So that leads me to we teach them that stuff.
Indeed.
Yeah. You don't see that. They just see the enjoyment. The ref called, okay. The ref called. We see kids enjoying it, and we have to find a way to allow them to enjoy it. And look at him now. He's got his shirt in his mouth, and he's good. He's just enjoying it.
Ooh,
he's just enjoying it.
Too bad. He's got a lot of potential there. Yeah, I call those bad habits Suarez habits.
Oh, yeah.
Just to make it real, quick and just sort of brand it. But that is right. The attitude to calls, the response, it's all positive. Oh, great turn and stop, and he stays on. And good defending, because that was a dangerous attack by Dandytown, and BAA just need to relieve some pressure for a moment there. This one sent high and over the box.
Again, in the second half, guys, it's still old Dandytown. I haven't seen BA being able to mount an attack.
Yeah, I haven't seen what's brought BAA to this final.
What I think when you look at BA, the organization, because although it's old Dandytown, it's still very hard to score them. And then they have a good goalkeeper in the boy Trot there. You know, he's very focused. If you look at his positional play, he's on the post now, so nothing's coming in there, and he follows the game quite well. You know, he's reading the game quite well. Again, goes to that old saying that the goalkeeper actually knows the game. He learns the game the best from that position because he sees everything.
Yeah, he's got the view, the bird's eye view, if you will, because he gets to see all the action in front of him. But here we go in it. BAA looking to break some of that pressure and mount an attack of themselves. And this one looks like it's going to go out harmlessly for a goal kick. But look at the effort.
Exactly.
Chasing that ball down right out of bounds, Reese. If there was any chance of getting it, he would have got it. And it's that effort, it's that energy, it's that unflappable energy to commit themselves that is just, you cannot duplicate.
There's 7 on the ball again. Oh, man. Look at that.
Oh, post that time.
Look at that. Look at that. That type of skill is what the world pays millions and millions of dollars for.
It is. It is.
That type of skill.
It is. That is. You can't teach that. Johnny just has something in his heart. See him even jumping for the header. The ball was miles over his head, but just the effort, the commitment to every aspect of the game is there.
And he's brought the ball down with 2 players on him. He's found a different part of his body between his legs to be able to bring the ball down with.
Excellent stuff. As Dandytown are pushing forward, they have an advantage here in the throw-in. This one's sent in, and it's not out yet. BAA haven't cleared their lines quite yet. Still battling for possession on the far side there. This one goes out of touch. I believe it's a BAA throw-in.
And then Dandytown did something very strategically over there as well. If you see, they only got 2 players on the bench. What it allows is the kids on the field to play longer and build a rhythm. Football it is about rhythm, so it allows the kids to find the rhythm, find the solutions. I'm always in favor of small squads. If we're playing 9-a-side, we have 11 players. You know, so kids get to play a little bit longer.
Understood. Yeah, the pace of the game is something different that you just can't just come off the bench and sometimes get your touch. Sometimes it happens. I was watching the Bermuda versus Grenada game of last week, 2 weeks ago actually, and just interesting to see as the subs come on. I remember Russell had an opportunity, his first few touches a bit heavy, but once he got his feet on, he was dangerous. Just takes a little while to catch up with the pace of these intense matches. Good footwork, no nonsense defending. Well, wait for the captain, Jay Johnston, to clear his lines that time. As Dandytown were looking to cut in and find a key to unlock this resilient BAA defense. just have a goal kick. This one's sent across the halfway line, and it looked like that's going to go out of touch.
Again, folks, we're looking like we're headed for the dreaded penalty kicks.
Getting closer every tick of that clock, Monsieur.
My anxiety is going up.
This has been one very anxious day for us and all spectators. We had 4. This will be, if this goes into penalties, this will be the 4th penalty we've seen so far. Good defense by Stars. Just clearing the lines, not really looking for a pass that time. And this shot's wide and off target. Not going to trouble the keeper from that distance unless it's something really special. 2015 Kappa Classic brought to you in part by Butterfield Vallis, Catlin, PWC, Milo, Tokyo Millennium, Axel Group. 25 years of progress. ACE and the Bank of Bermuda Foundation. And the keeper had a good shot last half. He takes another one this half. Ooh, a little flick on there by Danny Tom. It's not settled yet. And is that a corner? Goal kick. Uh-oh. That's a change. The linesman has overruled. Linesman Burgess, one of Bermuda's famous goalkeepers.
Yes, Hamilton Parish. Keeper just adjusted itself here. The first one he took, he struck it. This one he looked to place it a little bit. It's amazing the adjustment. He said, well, the first one doesn't go in. Let me make the adjustment. Again, this is the game that teaches him. This is the learning moments. And he made that adjustment for himself. Yeah.
And these in-game adjustments, a little bit of a high boot. Ooh. And ref just, number 11, Keelan Outerbridge, not afraid to let that boot go. As BAA look to take advantage of this throw-in. And now BAA have earned themselves a corner. Wouldn't it be something for BAA to score now?
Yeah, because Danny Tom's really bossed this game. But to be fair, the game's been played in the midfield a lot. It's not been any other than Danny Tom's long range hitting the post. It's not been any clear-cut chances.
And that one goes high and out for a goal kick.
This could be dangerous. He's in. Can he get it done?
Oh.
He was unable to get the ball down quick enough.
Just the ball held up maybe just a little bit longer than he would have liked. And by the time it came down, he was, look at this. BAA is attacking and attacking with
This could be dangerous.
While this game's opening up. As both teams look to do something to put the other team to bed. The more they go at it, the more it looks like a draw. Danny Town escape. One minute left in this under 8 final match. That strike from distance, maybe the last, as we're in the final moments of the second half. And it's looking like we're going to the dreadful penalty kicks. Unless BAA can have something to say about this in the final moments. This one's set up. This one's sent high. Out of bounds, and
And there you have it.
Blows his whistle, and we'd like to thank you for staying here and watching. And here we are bringing you back to the action. The first penalty by Thomas, and it's put away. Charlie Thompson puts that penalty away, and here comes the goalkeeper for Dandytown. He seems to have a foot on him. A lot of power, full of venom. I don't think a 12-inch block wall would have stopped that penalty kick. Absolutely laces. And the connection has all intentions. And number 13, he doesn't look too confident, if you ask me, but he steps up and puts it wide. I could just tell it didn't look confident, and it should. So now we have a Johnny Zoo. And a Johnny is one of the players that lights up the pitch every time the ball's at his feet. What can he do in this pressure moment? And a Johnny sent this one home. And now it's Dandytown who have 2 goals over BAA, and BAA are desperately need to score now. Okay, and that keeps BAA alive. BAA is alive, and number 11 taking a long walk to Tajari Rogers. Take this dreaded free kick with his shirt in his mouth. And Tajari Rogers scores. And that's it. That's game. I believe that's game. The players aren't aware that they've won. And now they hear the ref. They don't know what to do. But here they are celebrating. That's Dandytown under 8s, Kappa Classic champions. Fantastic.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Add some energy as the Kappa Classic